morning, rolled
No, I
into
just
the
miss
town.
Wendy's?
Yeah, I like
I'm
Wendy's.
not in the mood for burgers. I'm in the
Send me
mood for
the thing.
tacos.
You
Yeah.
didn't message me. I didn't get it.
1 second. Apparently they didn't copy when I highlighted the entire thing and pressed.
How dare the game?
Alright, there we go.
Wait, is it in the general?
And then I'm sending it on Steam.
On Steam.
There you go. Alright, and I think there's another mod here that looks interesting. You could like fabricate claims.
Will it kill my computer?
Yes.
No, I don't think so.
Brian, literally picking it up kills you.
Hey, do not make fun of the old lady.
The old lady literally is on, like, has cancer.
He'll make
Brian,
it through.
didn't your computer crash once because I sent a picture in the Discord?
Yes.
How does that happen? How does it happen?
It's just so
Guys, so-
like, you know,
guys,
let me
when we
mouse.
get this mod, let's not like completely abuse it. Let's just use it for like when we agree to.
Mm.
And I don't know how this will work because like, I don't want you guys to just start annexing land like left and right. I don't think it'll let you do that, but
So is that
Hey,
all?
guys,
Is
I
that all
told
it
you,
is?
stop posting a big chungus picture. It makes my computer blue screen, okay? We've talked about this. Jason.
all right, it's called state transfer to multi.
I wanted to say that forever ago, but I didn't want to interrupt Gabe, so I was like, well, I'll go ahead and talk. It was funny if it was more recent, though. I'm a fat butt, dude. My dad bought candy bars for some reason, because, like, when you're dying in the apocalypse, you know the one thing you need to eat during the apocalypse is candy bars.
Oh yeah.
I've gained pounds. There's like 14 candy bars around my desk right now. In my drawers.
Wait, how heavy are you now?
I am 874, dude. That's crazy.
874. But you've actually lost a few.
Brian, okay, just because I'm actually bigger than you. At least I don't look like a kindergartner. You look like grade school. Oh. Okay, are you gonna send me the thing, Gabriel?
I set it on Steam.
Oh shoot. No, I know. I got the state tool MP. Is there something else, or is that it?
That should be it. I don't know of any other mods
Okay,
that
I'm
would
enabled
break the
it, right?
game. Because like, there's a bunch of other mods I would have loved to add it, but now they're all like incompatible with the version. They haven't been updated in like years. All right.
This.
Oh, I should probably stream it. You can help me.
What ideology are we going to be going? Fascist or communist?
Communist become.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Or even the monarchy too. We could go to non-aligned.
I'm gonna grab a candle because it smells bad in my room right now.
Dylan, now you can watch me. Gonna help me go communist. Because I don't think if Russia have like some civil war to go fascist.
Wait, what country do you want to play as, Brian?
The Soviet Union.
Yeah, you already, you don't have to worry about it. You should just focus on it in the stream. You get a unique focus tree being Soviet Union as a major. So.
Wait, let me.
So like, I have a couch in my room that I only use when I have like girls over.
Ooh.
And yeah, it's my love couch. Unironically, it's actually a love couch, love seat. And the last time I actually had a girlfriend was like 4 months ago,
Do you remember the
So-
last time I had one?
Ryan, you never had one.
True.
Whoa.
When you
I had
came out
one
the
back
womb.
when I lived in Washington, and that's still a couple of years after that. But then we just stopped, like, because long distance relationships don't work.
Poop ass.
We both moved like half the U.S. away from each other.
Hey, is the thing open yet?
No, I'm loading into the game right now. Still, I'll open up.
well, what I'm saying is, it literally has not changed from the moment that we broke up. Cause like I broke up with her on the couch. That's how we started dating, and that's how we ended the relationship.
Not the
All
love
of my
couch.
Yeah, the love couch. The love couch was sacrificed with. But it's seen a lot of love. It's seen a lot of love. It's kind of gross. There's a couple stains on it.
Oh.
There actually is a stain.
Wait, what?
I spilled a drink on it.
Oh,
But
Disgusting.
but not like just oops, I actually spilled my drink. I was drinking
Alright,
something
game's up.
and she went to go kiss me and it spilled out of my mouth. I was like, whoa. I was, hold on. Do you like the song?
It's good, I guess.
It's on repeat. It's by Shiro. Look at the song. It's pretty good.
Ed
It's
Sheeran.
Asian. No, by Shiro. not Ed Sheeran. So can I be anybody? Or like
I guess really, yeah. This game, let's try to be countries though that we can ally with each other.
yeah, I'm Sweden.
Right.
It's Russia.
I think you should I can if you go
Dun, dun, dun.
you can go
I can't hear over Brian's loud noise. What? Can't
you can
hear
go
what you say?
fascist or communist countries you play as, and you can like take over all of Scandinavia. You can form it, and you can get a bunch of land. I mean, get a bunch of cores.
Okay, so I could just go fascist with
Yeah.
Sweden.
I'm trying to see what country I can play. Because Brian's gonna be the Soviet Union.
Yeah, that's gonna be really hard to change from communist to fascist. Just saying.
Maybe you could stay communist. I'm trying to think of another country that I can go communist as.
Russia, Russia.
And I could play as the U.S. because like you can play with one of the DLCs I got. You can go fascist or communist, but you have to go through civil war for each of them.
Oh,
See,
So
God.
they could
I
help
can- I
you
can-
win that civil war.
I
I
can
can be able to handle it. It's not very big civil war.
It'll be
I
like
can
the
turn
Revolutionary War.
I can
all
turn
over again.
communist too, so that'd be really nice.
It's literally just like the second American Civil War because it's just the South that's rising up again.
And to be communist?
in America.
Yeah, because you play as like everybody but the South. The South rises up against you.
Who are you
I
talking
think-
about?
I thought they would be fascist, if anything.
Yeah, you're not the South that's communist.
Oh, okay.
What
But you
country
do
are
want to
we
go
talking about?
fascist.
The United
America.
States of
South.
America.
They're
But like you can
communists?
also
No.
No.
like German
Well, we
American
might be.
ones.
To be
If-
fair.
if you want to turn them communist, the South will rise up. In the game.
Ah.
Gotta
Yeah,
watch out
they're
for the dang
sick.
communists.
I'm trying to think if I should be the British or the French.
Both.
I'll go. Actually, no. The British they decolonize when they go communist, and I don't like that. I'm gonna keep my colonies.
That's the motherland, though.
Actually, there's one thing I could do. I played as Germany. I could just do the Berlin-Moscow axis. Definitely not just the most overpowered thing in the entire game.
Yeah, and Sweden's little penis head is touching, like, it's really close to the German Reich, so it's really good for
Yeah.
me.
That's
Right, so I'm just gonna stay fascist then.
The foreskin is touching you, so we're good.
All right, let's see. There's something to do.
And Poland right now is like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Ah!
I'm gonna die. Oh, I didn't know the German Reich owned that land by Poland.
All right, guys, ready?
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Buddy, some booty hole, bro.
Uncle Adolf is gonna take over the world with Papa Stalin, and
my
also the guy who's in charge of Sweden.
yeah, he's an old man.
Dude, so I want to
But you're gonna kick them out though, because you're gonna get a fascist.
Yeah,
And
I'm just
feeling
gonna
for
I'm gonna revert slowly, you know.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
With the-
it's gonna take some time, so you're gonna have to wait for a little
Yeah.
bit.
I can boost the ideology of fascism in your country to help.
Yeah, I'm turning communist.
Oh yeah, like for you're turning communist. You have to go fascist because I'll lead the Berlin-Moscow axis.
Wait, so do I have to
But-
be fascist too?
No, you don't have to go fascist, Ryan.
How's it gonna work for him?
It works that basically both of us will be more accepting of fascist and communist diplomacy, but you can just go fascist because I'll be the one leading the faction since I have the focus. Alright, let me.
Dude, I literally start with like 8 people.
Who are you?
No, I'm Sweden.
Oh, yeah.
Dylan,
Good luck.
Dylan,
Yeah.
you can watch my stream if you want to see what we're doing.
Okay.
Oh, I have a huge navy, don't I?
Navy, it's a pretty good navy actually. It's like the second, actually no, the third best in all of the Baltics. Then it's the Soviets, and then it's me. Like,
Oh,
yeah,
in
your
my
navy's
mountain
really good.
division.
But yeah, Sweden, you'll have to get over that whole manpower thing because you like only got a population of 6 million.
I mean, hey, you know, I only had like 33 divisions last game, so I mean, I can't really complain.
It actually have a ton of tanks.
Ooh, is this a different? No, this is exactly what I had when I was Turkey. Okay.
All right, so Brian, since we're gonna be doing the Berlin-Moscow axis, you have in your focus tree. You don't have to do it right now. In fact, oh shit, yeah. The thing about the Soviets,
Wait,
you
how
have
do
to
I-
do the Great Purge. Like,
Wait, I have a
as soon as
question.
you
What's how do I unlock the state transfer tool?
I remember there was like an option to get rid of it. Let me check the mod page.
What?
5-year plan.
Why is Thomas?
Well, you need
no,
to
he
do
doesn't.
the,
You're throwing him in my room.
Because if you
Oh
don't
my
do the Great
God.
Purge, you can go into a civil war.
Yeah.
Okay, Control Shift H to hide the menu.
I'm just gonna. You're just gonna. Yeah, you're just gonna sit there.
Excuse me. Thank you.
What your mom did?
What?
What happened?
Nah, I sneezed.
You died?
Oh. You're gay? What? I'm so
Brian?
confused.
Finally. I hate this. This is disgusting.
Okay. What should I?
Yep.
What should I?
Your
What
focus.
should I? No, my General Folky Holdberg. I can upgrade one of his traits. Should I go into skirmisher, paratroopers, or camouflage experts?
Oh, he has the commando trait. I think just for now, don't upgrade anything because like the more upgrades you give to your generals, the less traits they'll be able to get in the long run. Once they start getting more traits to experience, like just fighting, they'll get some like the commando trait's gonna be good for like paratroopers and marines and even mountaineers too.
Okay, where should my front line be? I have like literally
For now,
no idea.
who you want to attack first, Denmark or Norway?
Or Finland.
Let's start with Norway.
Okay, because Brian, you can attack Finland and just give him the land later.
Okay.
Yeah. It is rightfully mine if you think about it. Why do I have low manpower? Probably because I have nothing.
That's Brian. After you do the Great Purge, then you can do the finish 5-year plan and do all that stuff.
Okay.
But I'll have to guide you through the Great Purge because you don't want to choose the wrong thing and go to a civil war. You have to like choose very specific stuff.
So I want to become fascist, right?
Yes.
Okay,
And anyways, when you go fascist, you get a lot of manpower through the militarism and military youth focus.
in the morning. to the town. Yeah, Denmark's way too small for me to attack. Like, if I attack them, that means that someone else is gonna get pissed at me, and then...
No, don't worry about it. Like, if the British do, like, I'll just guarantee your independence.
I'll be like, hey!
But, like, yeah, Norway is gonna be a bit more difficult to take, so if you get them out of the way, we can easily just surround Denmark.
Yeah. Anyways, I like the shape of Norway, you know?
Yeah.
Because it takes up so much land.
Oh, actually, I think you should take out Denmark first, because you need Iceland and Greenland to form Scandinavia for some reason. And if we go to war with Denmark last, very likely the British or French will get involved, and it'll be impossible.
I just realized that freaking Denmark is all the way over here as well. I literally thought those were their own countries.
Wait, what?
I thought Denmark... Why is Denmark over in Iceland and Greenland? Those are their own countries.
Yeah, but Iceland didn't get its independence until Denmark surrendered.
Okay. Yeah, Denmark seems a lot harder to freaking take over.
No, you only need to take Copenhagen and then a couple other cities in, like, mainland Denmark. You don't have to take those states. But you'll annex those later. And also, with those islands, it'll be easier to put some pressure on Canada. I can bomb them if you build airports. And also, we can probably invade the British through Scotland. There's a lot of mountains, but it'd be easy to defend there.
Yeah. I like how the capital of Norway is right next to my border. Yeah, it's an easy capture on my point.
You'll have to capture a couple cities though. There's one all the way to the north. There's two cities all the way to the north you should take. One is Narvik and the other's Tromsø or something like that, because like the O has like a line through it.
Tromsø? I don't see that place. I see
Dude,
Narvik.
I have a ton of units.
Yeah.
Brian, what do you think?
Against Japan though, because if Japan keep some units on the border with Japan, right where Korea is, because Japan, if they stay fascist or if they go to a monarchy with Hirohito having full power, then they can do a border incident, and if you lose the border incident, the Japan will get a bunch of research bonuses. But if you win the border incident, you get those research bonuses. You don't lose any land, but it's still pretty annoying to lose.
Dude, the freaking Swedish army is OP when they start out. They start with support artillery, engineering company, and cavalry.
Sweden has one of the best like technologies at like the beginning of the game. Doing pretty well for this. Other navies, right? They got tanks research.
Yeah, the only problem is that I don't have supply lines for everything.
Yeah. I'll send some volunteers to help you out.
Yeah. Send some... Yeah.
Alright, whenever you guys are ready.
I have so much steel! Dude! I have 81 silver!
Sweden, that's another thing. You got so much resources in Sweden.
Dude, Sweden's OP to play!
Yeah,
in Turkey,
really
I was scrounging for freaking tin and aluminum. I was making airplanes out of freaking training houses. It was crazy. Okay, let's go.
Wait.
Or you still? Okay. So yeah, keep some divisions on the border with Japan, Brian.
Okay, wait. I'm still adding all my units into Andan Army.
Oh yeah, Manchukuo. Watch out for me.
Manchukuo, yeah.
Get your
if they get
ass off
their
the farm.
independence, though, they might either help us or they'll be against us.
Hey, let
Wow.
go. Let go. Stop biting it. You're gonna get electrocuted. You're gonna get electrocuted.
Wait, is that your
bite
dog?
my head. No, my cat's trying to freaking eat my headphone cord. It's weaved so like animals can't chew through it, but like you can still bite it and hurt yourself.
Oh, Ryan, since you got a lot of factories, once you're finished with all that, I think you should be able to create an agency. You can create the engine.
He's such a little goblin. Ah, that's my finger. Nigga, damn.
You know what?
What?
For now, I think I'll go with that.
Okay, remember to combine all of your tank divisions into one single division, so that
Dude,
working like
my
So
cat's
that
out
what?
my phone.
spearheads.
Oh,
I mean, like that one tank that's in east, like your eastern provinces, keep it there because it'll be useful against the border incident. It's, by the way, if you want to know where it is, it's on that like tiny like slit of land right on the border with North Korea.
so like here.
Like you see where Vladivostok
Okay,
is?
cat.
Yeah.
Get. Oh my
Yeah, it's just like
God.
right next to it.
Okay.
Right there, yeah.
If you were a good cat, ow! I dropped my headset on my foot. If you were a good cat, didn't you try to yeah.
Front line.
So, like, dude, I even start with basic depth charges and basic cruiser armor
yeah.
schemes.
Depth charges are really good.
Torpedoes.
They're you put them on your destroyers, they'll be able to attack a submarine.
And now I need to figure out
What can I do?
how to actually use my navy. I actually have no.
Okay. Navy's it's a little. Once you figure it out, it's pretty easy to use. It's just the hard part is just remembering when you should be using it.
You can watch that.
You gotta keep an eye on your fuel because, like,
Ryan.
out of like all of your military stuff, since we're gonna be in the Axis, or Berlin-Moscow Axis, our most important like branch of the military is gonna be military, and then after that, second most important, Air Force, and after that, the Navy is really just there to like we can just mess with the British and destroy all their shipping.
So
But it also
how do
incredibly
you?
important for naval invasions. Do we want to know?
I just don't understand. It's okay. Submarine, light cruiser, and a heavy cruiser. A submarine and a heavy cruiser. Heavy cruiser.
Yeah,
Heavy cruiser.
you never want
light
to have
cruiser.
submarines with other ships. Submarines are good by themselves with other submarines.
What?
That's just how the Swedish fleet starts out, but you can separate out the submarines. While
How do you take out?
if you click on the fleet and go over to the right where it says create a new task force, it's like a plus sign above a ship. You can click on all submarines for that fleet and then separate them out.
Okay, so what do I do?
So let me you have a game live stream?
But I already have a deficit of 14,000.
Yeah, it'll get bigger, but that's just because you have an enormous.
Okay.
But you
You're
got you'll get an
supplying
enormous
small
infantry later.
army.
All right, so yeah, merge them all into one fleet first, so it'll be easier to separate out your submarines.
I have no idea.
Like, click on the entire fleet. Yeah, there you go. And then the merge option is like a dot between two arrows.
Oh, here.
All right, it will take some time though for them to merge. So, Brian, whenever you're ready, let me.
Okay.
The big iron.
I think I am ready.
Do I have any airplanes? I have airplanes.
And for you guys, just a little tip: if you want to know what you should be constructing, at the first couple years of the game, just military factories.
Oh, I thought you said just civilian factories.
I mean, yeah, just civilian factories. When I say
Okay.
military,
Yeah, you said.
yeah,
He said
just
just military
civilian factories.
factories.
Don't build
I-
military factories unless you're like Japan, that's gonna go to war. But that's like historically speaking. It's still good to have a couple of years of just civilian factories. The point where I stopped
game.
building is like around late 1937. That's when you can start building other stuff.
So does the game follow history or does it change?
You can
You can
pick if you
select
want
if you
to.
want.
Yeah, I have this historical AI is off, and even when you have historical AI on, the AI will still do like dumb stuff that they never did in real life.
Okay.
One time,
Playing with friends, you could try to do it historically accurate, but it'll still be pretty difficult because some insane stuff can happen. All right, you guys ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, let's do this.
Oh my goodness. Golly gee.
By the way, whenever you get the chance, build medium tanks. Light tanks are not good.
Yeah, poo poo ass.
Even heavy tanks are better against the AI because even if they are slow and like really vulnerable to everything, they're good at taking out other tanks. Which the AI might not build a lot of tanks, but heavy tanks. I still kind of like heavy tanks. They're really fun.
I also have a deficit, like a couple huge ones.
Yeah, I changed all of my tanks into infantry, or just my tanks too, but like my mountaineers and cavalry because they're all.
Why am I losing so much? Why am I losing negative 500 infantry equipment per day?
Yeah, that's true. Me too.
That's just the It's just like an average of how much like equipment you lose when you're like using it in battle. It's not, you're not actually producing negative 900.
I know why. It's because I'm also deploying people.
Yeah.
Or recruiting. So they have they need 530 infantry equipment. Okay, that's why. Okay, so it looks like Norway is putting their people on their borders as well.
Yeah, they're just preemptively getting it ready. They're not going to attack anytime soon because they're democratic.
Oh yeah. Oh, see, yeah. Now I have plus of everything. Okay.
And I only really want to play a democratic country if we're like going against actual human players, because democracy is boring if you're playing by yourself or you're playing with friends against AI.
You need just one
like
huge.
Democracies can go to war early. There's some exceptions, but it's very rare. You can only go to war like you guarantee a country that's going to be attacked, and you have to wait for 25% world tension.
Okay, y'all want to hear the name of party? National Socialistica Arbitraria Payeta.
That's just Swedish.
Yeah, and then Sverigis Kommunistica Party is the communist, and then Sverige Social Democratica Aperidiare Partia.
Wait, how many civilian factories do you have, Chloe?
Construction.
Yeah, you got a lot. If you go,
I have a bunch.
Partial mobilization, whenever you can, or not partial mobilization. Yeah, partial mobilization. It's the highest mobilization level that a democracy can go when they're not at war. You'll get more factories for construction, and you'll build all factories faster. But you need at least 20. I think you need at least like 25% war support.
But where is it at? In decisions?
Go to your like government stuff.
Yeah.
And you see how like you're on civilian economy right now. That's how most countries play the game.
I need to go into total mobilization.
No, not total mobilization. That's like if you. Basically, a quick way to explain is that partial mobilization is the highest level democracies can go. They're not at war. War economy is like usually the best one you want to choose when you're at war, or if you're a fascist country not at war. But total mobilization is just like you lose manpower because you put more men into factories. But if you have manpower to spare,
I had a lot of strikes last game. Is that why?
That was just because your stability or war support was below 50%.
Okay, front line. Where in Europe should I create the front line? Poland
Uh,
or?
I guess Poland, yeah. But I think the first country you can attack, like if you do the anti. Oh, 1 second, Brian. Have you gotten any decisions for the? Because you can mess this up and go to a civil war accidentally, or you don't want to choose the wrong political advisor. Because while you're doing the Great Purge, like every once in a while you get a decision that lets you choose who to purge. But if you choose no one, you'll still get into a civil war. And for every time you choose no one, it will get bigger and bigger.
Okay.
It's not good.
So you said I should put it on Poland, though?
Yeah. Because after I do Molotov-Ribbentrop pack, I can do Berlin-Moscow Axis, and then I can Danziger War. Man, you think Poland will actually give up that land? Or are they going to be stubborn and just die?
Okay, pause the game real quick. This is for Gabe. Okay, they've all came together in my navy. So what should I do? Except for one submarine that's all the way over here on this place.
Okay. If you click on the fleet, there should be an option to create a new task force. Or if you click on not the fleet but the actual task force.
Yeah, I did.
All right. Yeah. Then look where it says create a new task force on the left, and then select all submarines on ships of treasure.
Cannot create a fleet with current selection. I'm lost.
All right.
Just like
you're selecting the fleet. Click on the task force on where's the other one on the 28 ships.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, now it says create a new task force at the top left. It's like right by the trash can sign. There it is. And then select all submarines. And now the submarines are in their own fleet. So you can click on, they're on their own task force. Now, you can exit out of that. Click on the submarine task force. Or the other one, that one that you separated out.
This one right here.
Yep. You click on select.
Subs. Okay. Select it.
And give them their own fleets. So click on like that silhouette with a plus sign.
Silhouette with plus sign.
Like
anywhere.
You can see like where it says 2 out of 10 at the bottom of the screen.
At the bottom. Yeah, 2 out of 10, yeah.
Click on
that thing. Okay, I got you.
Fleets, so every time you create a new submarine, you can put it in there. And for submarines, the how many you should have in each task force, the recommended for me is like 10 submarines. But if you don't have enough, then 5 submarines per task force.
Okay. I can do that. Should I separate my destroyers and like cruisers and all that? Or
no, your cruisers, destroyers, and stuff, you can keep them all one fleet.
Okay.
1 second, somebody's calling me to go outside. Help them with something. I'll be back in a little bit. I won't take long.
Yeah, I know this. I hate dealing with the Navy. If I literally could just do with like Air Force, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Alright, what are you listening to?
Nothing. I'm just saying that. Cause
I'm Sweden. Gonna.
So you're invading Norway fast?
Fuck some.
Huh?
Yeah.
Will you need help?
I hope your country literally has a civil.
Oh my god. Okay.
I hope you get overthrown. I hope the Inoskays freaking attack you. I hope the natives kill you.
You know what? I hope
You hope what? You hope Finland attacks me? You think Finland's gonna attack anybody? Neutral the entirety of World War II.
You're making a huge mistake. You know, I could just run over.
You're taking Finland for me, Brian. You know
Dylan,
what?
are you hearing this hostility?
I'm taking Norway, Sweden, Finland, and all of Denmark, and then I'm coming back and I'm gonna bone you, okay? I'm gonna take the freaking Soviet out of your name. You're just gonna be the Tunian.
I don't know. I have. Okay, sure.
Okay, sure. Okay. I'm Japan, Singapore, China, Uzbekistan, Tibet, the British Raj, and we're just gonna come up there. We're gonna bone you, bro. All of them. Afghanistan as well. I mean, I'll accept it for now. but you better watch yourself.
What's going on? What happened?
Brian,
yo, you
had
know what? After I
hostility
finish
towards
with
me.
Denmark and Sweden and Finland, I'm gonna come.
Alright,
I'm
I'm
going to
gonna
get
have
you.
a- I'll
Then I
be
send him
like
an
the-
aggression pact, and he's like, "Well, I'll accept."
What's like
it
the
for
person
now.
I'll be like the negotiator between you guys so we can improve relations.
Brian made fun of me and said I might need help with.
All right.
And the sad thing is, I think I might.
Mr. Stalin.
I don't know how good my army is.
Mr.
Oh,
Stalin.
Stalin's an asshole. I don't like him.
Yeah.
Actually, I was just saying Mr. Stalin, but I didn't actually know what I was gonna say to like.
He was just saying, God, Brian, now everything's about you. He was just saying, Mr. Stalin.
Okay, so what should I do for the Great Purge?
Just continue. Just you don't have to do all that other stuff because you can only access. Actually, wait, I'll go for Smirch. Okay, you get an extra spy by doing that, but you have to wait till you're at war. It's really good. That's really good. Getting an extra operative.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I have 14 factories. Jesus Christ, alright,
Dad
already?
is calling me.
Huh?
So, but he'll
Literally.
be playing, but you might not hear
Who?
me. My dad
His
is
daddy.
calling.
Okay.
He's daddy.
My dad's actually got Hearts of Iron 4. Maybe he could play with us one of these days.
That'd be funny.
I probably won't invite him to this Discord, so I'll just have to communicate with him in the chat. I don't want him going on to, like all the weird chats that we have here, and just being really confused.
We could just go to Ho Boys.
I guess we could do that, yeah.
Yeah, we have a lot of weird chats. What do you do? I don't trust my parents on this Discord. Not with the Not Safe for Work channel. That would have to go.
Yeah,
That's the worst one, and I'm the one that made it bad. That's the sad thing. I made it look terrible. I made it into an abomination. Oh yeah, they have cavalry units. Okay, that's interesting.
Sweden.
Like, yeah, no, Norway. Like all of their troops are.
AI always keeps it, but I always delete mine or change them into a different, because cavalry divisions, they are pretty cool. I actually like cavalry units, but they don't get any bonuses from land doctrine, so that's why they get obsolete. All right, so Brian, what I want you to do since we all gotta focus on something, so we can take out the imperialistic powers of the West. So, Brian, your naval capacities. Wait.
Yeah, he's still talking. He's still talking. He's just quiet.
But your naval capacity is very limited because you don't have a lot of access to open ocean, and if you do, it's just like a very bad port. So what I want you to do is focus mainly on your army and your air force. If you do want to have a fleet, though, you can probably build like submarines and cruisers and destroyers for defending the ships, because so we start with a lot of naval technology to begin with. Now, for you, Tully, since you're if once you take out Norway and Denmark, you'll have access to the open ocean. I want you to help me in the Battle of the Atlantic, by building submarines and maybe even a couple battle cruisers.
Well, where are we attacking at? Who are you attacking?
We're just preparing a battle plan. Very likely the UK will join, or they will create the allies with the French. So we're gonna be able with both of them.
Okay.
So yeah, and also you can build some Marines and like call them Vikings, because that's what I did when I played Sweden. I just made Vikings, and you can help me in like when we Sea Lion the British Operation Sea Lion.
Okay.
I can provide the paratroopers, and you land in like Dover or something. You can D-Day the British.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then when you do that, I'll give you some of your like, because you know the Swedish actually had like some colonies like in Africa. You can have some parts there. But I want Egypt. Also, the Italians, screw them. We're not inviting them into our faction. In fact, I probably might attack them if they become a problem.
So in Svisk Tiger. So justify war goal time on us plus 10% ideology. So that means that we can justify easier, or
it's the focus just for you. Basically means that when somebody's justifying a war goal on you, it'll take longer. And ideological drift defense means that your own like ruling party will suffer less. Like it'll be harder for you to change ideology, I guess.
And then neutral foreign policy, I need to disband that.
If you go fascist, you'll have an event to get rid of it.
That's pretty dumb. I personally hate that about Sweden in real life, how they're neutral.
I just got a spy that's a seducer apparently, and she's an old lady.
I mean, dude, some people like fur burgers. I mean,
well, actually, you know that one guy that like he is like attracted to like older women, and I mean like women.
Oh yeah,
his age squared.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
All right. Yeah, Brian's got an event, so I'll have to wait for him to see. I can help him here. It's really important. It's one of the most important ones to do.
Yeah, he's probably doing it.
No, I'm watching his stream. But yeah, while he's doing the Great Purge, there's certain people that you just want to purge out because they'll rebel at you because they're a bunch of trots. Yikes. What should I call this game? Let's save name. There we go. I wonder how the US will do. I wonder if they're just gonna like not get involved in the war in Europe, because like when you turn off the historical AI, it's very likely the US will literally do nothing the entire game and just build units. That's why I like those, because like the US is like really powerful country and they can have a huge impact in the game and be really fun to play, but if you stay democratic, it's going to be some time before you go to war. Mm-hmm. Even if you do like the focus where you do limited intervention, you'll still have to wait until at like least 1940 to declare war.
Damn.
But if you go like fascist, for instance, you do a bunch of stuff where you're like get closer relations with the Germans, and then like this game is made by Swedish people, so they don't know a lot about American history. But you can do a decision where you honor the Confederacy.
Oh, I saw that. That was really weird.
Yeah. And then you can go to change your name to the Confederate States of America.
I don't know if that's how it works. How it would work.
But at least you have an interesting game playing as a fascist America. Oh, you could also extend the Chinese Exclusion Acts and basically just prevent any Chinese immigrants from coming, but then China will hate you, obviously. But like, China already has enough problems to deal with right now. They got a bunch of warlords, and then there's communist China. And Japan. Yep, Japan's staying fascist. Okay, that might be a big problem soon. Or not soon, but it will be a problem eventually. Because if we take out the British and the French early, because I managed to, this was like years ago, but I was playing as Germany in the Axis. It was just me in the Axis. I took out the French and the British like before 1941, and I had all land now. And then because I puppeted British Malaya and the Dutch East Indies, like both of them for myself, Japan declared war on me and tried taking that from me. So then I had to go all the way through the Soviet Union, and then I attacked Japan because I didn't have the navy for it.
Wow.
This game, it's just sometimes it's like more of like a chore, just grueling, like going through millions of Soviet soldiers. It's still one of the best games I've ever played, though. But every single update, the Paradox, they just want to like make it less fun to enjoy by getting
Are they going
rid
for
of
more
quote-unquote
realism?
exploit. You know, that would be impossible. Like, I think they would try to defend themselves by saying that they're making it more realistic, but they're really not. They're just trying to like, no, you can't have fun this way. You have to enjoy this. It's basically what they're doing. Like Canada's focus tree, for instance. They want to defend it with historical accuracy, right? But one of their focuses is mutually exclusive with another, and basically you have the choice to either get more manpower or get rid of the Great Depression. At Canada, you don't have much of an industry to start with, and you don't have really a lot of manpower either. And even though in real life, they were able to choose both, because the focus is called Send in the Zombies. And that was actually a term that they used in Canada. Zombies were just like conscripts sent overseas, but didn't actually see any fighting. Or it was something like that, I know.
You got one too.
Oh no, I'm totally for your Brian, okay. Yeah, choose the hover over the third one to the bottom. The point to several people within the park.
Oh,
Do the one that says Radix Confession. Points to several points within the party. You lose political power, but it's just a temporary thing. You're not killing any actual. I mean, I guess technically you are killing. It isn't showing. You just lose political power.
yeah, I had to talk to my dad. He called, and he lives in Kenya actually. So. So is your dad coming, Gabe?
No, not this game.
Oh, Thomas.
Maybe like another time I'll invite him over to play with us sometime.
Okay.
Maybe you guys we can see if we can get some more people to play with us.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
just
So
this game
so
like
what did you guys
pretty
do?
excited right now.
We literally waited on you.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you.
because that decision I saw that decision pop up and I didn't want it to choose something for you. It could risk the war happening.
Okay, Dylan, are you back?
I'm here.
Hey. I want to take over Asia.
Political efforts done. Okay, next.
I did my industry stuff.
Collective ethos.
Time to go for autarky.
How many people?
Hold up,
is it?
I can't go collective ethos.
Oh yeah, that because you start out as democratic. You are not aligned when you're playing as Turkey. So yeah, I guess you could just do industry stuff now.
So how do I become fascist?
You have to get a fascist demagogue then. That's just the quickest way.
Oh, political advisor. Fascist demagogue.
Yep.
Now I gotta wait all that time.
I'll help boost ideology.
Yeah, boost me.
I don't want to
Boost
risk
me.
like one of your like your soldiers or something like. Oh wait, what's Australia doing?
Australia.
He doesn't want the UK.
Are they gonna go fascist? I mean, that'd be a pretty useful ally against the Japanese, or they'll join the Japanese. That's pretty likely. Or maybe they'll go communist, and then they'll help us.
They have to go communist.
Yeah,
Actually, I hope like you see my grand plan is to you guys can have everything else. Like you can have.
If you go in one
all
of
I
your
want is
focuses,
Europe.
Brian,
I'm in Asia.
yeah, you can have Eastern Europe and some parts of Asia. Like, and one of your focuses is called anti-capitalist diplomacy. You get a war goal against Turkey, Greece, and Iran, Iraq, and Afghanistan.
I want the entirety of Canada.
Okay, yeah, you can have Canada. I
Yeah, you can
want
have
some
Canada.
of the
Yeah.
seaboard in the U.S.
And I want the USSR.
That's a big mistake you're
We're
making.
gonna have to talk about that a little more.
I want every cold nation in.
You can have. Okay, I'll tell you what you can have. You know, see where Vladivostok is?
Yeah, that's this for now. Let's focus on like British and French colonies.
Brian, give me Moscow.
Brian, do you want Vietnam and like French Indochina?
Yeah. Actually,
Okay.
basically.
Because you get a lot of rubber there. Oh, I want British Rush. I want to puppet them.
Are you sure you
You
want
can have like
Moscow,
Iran,
Cali?
Afghanistan, Iraq, Turkey.
No, I don't. I was kidding.
That's what I thought.
Literally, I will invade you right now.
I want to see that.
I mean, you can try.
I probably could take every place in your country because you're so freaking unorganized and dumbfounded. Okay.
Oh my god.
If Brian can figure out to get his like battleships that are in Leningrad, though, that'd be pretty difficult to invade him. And also because like the upper Baltic Sea is like frozen half the year. That'll also be a problem.
Wait, there's something. Yeah, this is.
Alright, so actually Brian, for your since you already started with the mass assault doctrine, I think this is the perfect doctrine for your country. You get a split in the mass assault doctrine. You can either do deep battle or mass mobilization. Do deep battle, because mass mobilization doesn't give you a lot of actual combat. And also, another cool thing about the mass assault doctrine, it gives you a bonus that infantry uses less combat with. So you can have like I don't even know how many battalions you can have. Let's see. This is 5. Yeah, you can have 20. Wait. Yeah, you can have 25 infantry battalions in a single division, and you'll only be 40 with. It's ridiculous. It's so good. But you also like got to be willing to sacrifice a lot of men. And as a Soviet Union, you got a lot.
Brian, you could literally throw babies and it would be considered normal.
Like you're
No,
on
anything for the
volunteer.
motherland.
You're on volunteer only, and you have 1 million manpower. I'm on limited conscription, and I have 1 million manpower. Like my population is 65 million.
I have 24,000.
Brian has like I think like the Soviet. Actually, hover over your manpower, Brian. Let me see your population. 162 million.
Hey,
Whoa.
wait, what about China?
They're like, I mean, just China, like, since they're a bunch of warlords right now, just China itself, they probably got still like over 300 million population.
You'd be kidding me.
Did I like Asia because they had a lot of babies?
Yeah.
They have a lot of babies, Brian.
Let's hope the communist China kicks out Mao and gets that Soviet sympathizer guy.
Okay, so you said I could invade Finland, right?
Finland? Yeah, if you go anti-fascist diplomacy, you get a what is it? Oh yeah, the Baltic security focus gives you it gives you a claim on Finnish lands, but don't do that one yet because actually don't even do fascist diplomacy yet because you want to do that like 1938 because one of my focuses, the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, it'll bypass a lot of those focuses. Basically, you instantly finish them, and you can start demanding land from Finland.
Well, I like how Sweden's 100% stable.
Oh, I'm 43%.
I'm at 84%, but I got 35% war support.
You've never heard of a civil war in Sweden, though. That's kind of crazy.
Now, how does this like state transfer tool work?
I
If
think I
I
know
did
how to
this, okay, yeah, so you can transfer land to your friend. But like, if you're at war with somebody and you occupy their territory, you can still transfer land like without using the straight transfer tool. But like, if we make a couple mistakes in the peace conference that we can't change, we can change later after peace conference.
Okay, what should I continue making? Submarines?
For now, don't make any more ships because it'll use more of your manpower. Just focus on convoys. You'll need a lot of convoys if you want to do naval invasions with me.
Okay, and how do I help with my ships?
I don't think you have
Like
any
that's the
ships,
only
do
thing I don't understand up to today on this game.
Right now, a lot of your ships are trapped in like inland seas, like the Black Sea. You can't move through the what is it? The Bosphorus
You'd have,
symbol
you'd
because
have
there's
to
nobody
use your
axis.
Mm-hmm.
However, you do have some ships all the way in
I have to do
Vladivostok.
most eastern port.
Mhm.
You can move those to Leningrad, I think.
What about Japan?
Japan, I mean, you don't really have much of it, like a navy. I don't think our navies combined could take on the Japanese. They have the third most powerful navy in the world. So me and Toli will focus on navies. You can focus on if you want to take out ships with planes. Build naval bombers. A lot of naval bombers. You put them over the Sea of Japan. You'll be able to just start just vaporizing their ships. Naval bombers are so good, and they haven't been nerfed. I think they were nerfed, but they're still so
Did that
good.
song I play finally run out?
I heard a song playing in the background. I didn't even know what it was.
Yeah, it's Big Iron on His Hip by Shiro. It's an hour long. I played the hour long repeat. It's going on.
Raining.
It's ready,
Okay. Now this is, I like how in 1936 nothing happens.
Huh?
Then we just wait for 1939.
Yep,
What'd you say?
I mean, I could actually.
Oh no.
1939 is just like the recommended year for war.
Oh no.
I might not be ready. I don't.
Actually,
Right
I
now, I'm
think
trying
World
to
War
stop.
II is gonna start from Tully trying to take, declaring war on Norway because the British are like, stop that. And then I'm gonna be like,
It-
if you declare war on Tully, I'll declare war on you. And then the AI is gonna declare
And,
war on you, and I'll declare war on them.
Wait, is it
and
going to
then Soviet
rain?
Russia will
Yes,
declare
and then the
war.
Soviets will just like come out of the blue and just like start taking British colonies.
Ah! It's going on. What's up, B? Mercy. Nice. Gosh, I'm tired. I ain't got that normal tonight.
Oh, it's going to rain from today after to tomorrow, Dali.
Huh?
It's going to rain. I see the way it's starting to rain now. It'll rain today, after tomorrow, like at 7 p.m.
Oh my god. That's perfect. That's exactly what I love. Staying
Yeah,
home
watch the
and
lights go
rain.
off.
Wait, that happens to you?
No. I mean, in Kenya, yeah.
Oh, I think I was a little bit worried for you.
I still have PTSD after today.
No, let's go. Yeah, it's thundering right now. I hear it. Watch out, Brian. It's the mush.
What?
It's the it's the.
Okay, what should I do?
it's
What
the
should I do? What should I do? Okay,
Oh,
back.
okay, yeah. Do hover over the first one. Okay, that's here you lose really good. Okay, now go the other one. Hover over the other one. Wait a second. I need to look at. All right. Don't click on any of them. Go to your country flag to look at your government. All right. Kind of like drag that menu a little bit over to the right, and scroll down on the other. Yeah, go all the way to your military high command.
Oh heck, it's paused.
The military high command is like the 5-star one.
This one?
Yeah, just click on any of them. All right. All right. Now drag that over to like just cover Stalin's face. So, all right. Now hover over that armor genius guy. Okay, you don't want to lose that guy. So you want to just kill the other guy. The guy that's name that starts with a T. Kill the top one. That armor genius is so good.
By the way, it's not a patch. Yeah, they're just going on holiday, you know?
Yeah, they're going on a nice trip to Siberia.
Yeah, you know, they're just going on to the farm upstate. No, they'll be back.
I'd make paratroopers or Marines first.
Marines.
Yeah, because like paratroopers are really good, but I think Marines will be better, straightforward thing. And I can build a couple of troopers later to help support the invasion of the British Isles.
I will destroy Norway in their tiny army. Does Norway normally start with a tiny army?
Yeah, it won't get much bigger either, too, because they'll stay democratic, and they have like probably a third of your country's population.
Because like it says that like they're stronger, but
Yeah, it's probably because like your units are not in the same like areas where their units are.
yeah, no. But like they only have 1, 2, 4, 5 divisions on their border. So really, if I just have a very no. So, my discredit the
You know,
government.
let me choose the mountain people.
No,
Mountain.
Brian, for you're using Zukov for you.
What?
Zukov. He's better served as a tank general. You can, if you hover over the general traits, you can see that some of them have the officer trait, which means they'll give armor units experience. And you also have some infantry officers too, as well.
Are you gonna send the freaking
Okay, let me
the people
let
in
me
my
do this
country?
first.
You know what I'm talking about. Are you gonna send the people to spread fascism?
Oh yeah. Okay. I gotta wait for my second spy to arrive. So I need to. It'll be a couple more days because I gotta research him. Some more intelligence branch agency. So, if you do end up capturing one of my spies, let me know if there's an option to like not just capture and start giving like because I don't know. I captured a spy once and I didn't have an option to mess around with it like because like I was playing as Germany and there was an American spy in my country. I wasn't even at war with the U.S.
That's America for you.
Yeah, and I like we have ways of making you talk, and then I didn't even see the spy at all for the rest of the game.
Went
And I
to the
didn't get a
farmer's
notification.
field.
They probably didn't even get rescued either. Maybe they were just executed. Oh, U.S. passes Neutrality Act. Perfect. Let the Giants. I wonder
Yeah.
what the Spanish Civil War is going to be like. I'm going to support the fascists, of course. So, if you do want to send volunteers to Spain, Brian, I wouldn't recommend sending them to the communists, or I guess the Popular Front, because I might have to encircle them if we're fighting on different sides in a civil war. So, but if you don't want to send volunteers at all, that's fine too, because we don't want the communists winning in Spain or the anarchists.
Okay.
Man, one of these days I gotta play as anarchist Spain because that would just be so fun. Literally, you will not have any allies in the entire world.
Well, I'm like like not I'm an anarchist at heart, but
Yeah.
like an anarchist can't be a government type. They can be an ideology, but not a government. Like, because being an anarchist literally means believing in no government. So, like, how can people that believe in no government form a government?
Like in
Kinda dumb.
anarchist Spain, thing about it is that you always have 0% stability. Because like
Stop.
stability in this game is the people's support for the government.
The fuck is it?
Can you really support the government if it doesn't exist?
Exactly.
I mean,
there is
maybe
no
with
government.
the aid of technology, we might be able to pull it off. Who knows?
Could you post the thing? My thing is
Yeah.
stuck.
Whoa, miss. 30 hours behind. Brian, you're in another eon, brother.
If Dominic were to join though, like, which he can't because he doesn't have his computer with him, it'll be a lot worse because like his laptop is like Windows like XP, like Dell laptop from 2002.
Heck yeah, dude. I love Windows 95.
I used to have one of them and I tried to play Minecraft on it and I had purple textures.
Purple textures. Did you know my first computer was a Windows XP? My sister's was a Windows 99.
Then like my first actual like it wasn't even my computer. My dad had bought this computer for the house. I used to play on it a lot, and then randomly it got a virus, and I know it wasn't me because I wasn't downloading stuff on it.
Did you know what happened to mine? Like I swear I do not know how, but I got GTA 3 on it. I don't remember buying it. I don't remember like
Wait, GTA 3,
yeah GTA
bunch
3.
of square squares, and you gotta click on all the squares that aren't
And then I
mines.
need
Oh,
wait, before
hold
I
on.
start, I need your help. I'm sorry for
Yeah,
interrupting.
1 second.
Oh, I never ever introduce you to my
Hover over as
mom.
you suspected enemies are everywhere. Okay, you lose, that hurts. Alright, what about the Navy and Air Force? They're beginning off easy. Yeah, I'm afraid